Tears and cheers. Soo Kai breaks down while talking about fatherhood for the first time. The anticipation. For weeks, fans had been waiting for this. Soo Kai, the dazzling star of hit dramas, the man known for his striking visuals and effortless charisma, had been silent on one particular subject: fatherhood. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an update in the world of your favorite celebrities. Sure, the world had seen glimpses. The stroller walks with Tan Song-yeon. The soft smiles caught by paparazzi lenses. The first picture of their baby's tiny hand clutching his finger. But never, not once, had Soo Kai spoken openly about what it meant to him. That all changed during a live-streamed interview that was supposed to be a standard promotional event. What fans got instead was one of the most raw, emotional, unforgettable moments in Soo Kai's career. The setting. The interview was set in a sleek Beijing studio. White lights, soft gray background, simple stage. Soo Kai sat across from the host, wearing a cream sweater and black trousers, understated, almost boyish. But what struck fans most was his demeanor. Gone was the confident, playful Soo Kai they were used to. In his place was someone quieter, almost fragile, like he was carrying the weight of something deeply personal. The host smiled and began with safe questions. About his new drama, his favorite fashion brands, the challenges of balancing work. Soo Kai answered politely, smiling here and there, but fans noticed something. His eyes seemed distant. Then came the question that shifted everything. The moment that shook the room. The host leaned forward, voice soft. Kai, the world has seen you grow as an actor, as an artist. But now you're in a new chapter. Father. Can you tell us what that means to you? Silence. Soo Kai's smile faltered. He looked down at his hands, clasped tightly in his lap. For a full 10 seconds the room was still. The audience, the cameras, the crew. All frozen. And then, slowly, Soo Kai lifted his head. His voice cracked as he said the words that would echo across every social media platform in China. I didn't know I could love someone this much. Tears. His voice broke, and his eyes filled with tears. The host reached out instinctively, but Soo Kai shook his head, placing a hand over his chest as if to steady himself. When I first held her, he continued, referring to his daughter, she was so small, so fragile. I was scared. I thought, am I strong enough? Am I good enough to be her father? The audience gasped. Soo Kai had always been the picture of confidence, the hero of dramas, the idol who seemed untouchable. To see him question himself, it was heartbreaking. Tears slid down his cheeks, but he kept speaking. His words were halting, raw, unpolished. Every night I check if she's breathing. I hold her hand. And when she smiles, it feels like the world stops. I never thought happiness could be this pure. The fans' reaction. Online the floodgates opened. Comments poured in like a tidal wave. I'm crying with him. Soo Kai is showing us the real him. He's not just an actor, he's a father now. This is his most beautiful role. The way he talks about his daughter. He's glowing with love. Hashtags exploded. Hashtag Soo Kai fatherhood tears. Hashtag proud dad Soo Kai. Hashtag Tan Song-yeon blessed family. Even celebrities chimed in. Fellow actors left comments of support, and fans created fan art within hours. Drawings of Soo Kai holding his baby, smiling through tears. The Song-yeon connection. The host, visibly moved, gently asked about Tan Song-yeon. Soo Kai laughed softly, wiping his tears with the back of his hand. Song-yeon, she's stronger than me. She's been my guide, my anchor. Sometimes I feel like she's already the perfect mother, and I'm still learning how to be a father. I owe her everything. At that, his voice cracked again. His love for Tan Song-yeon was shining so clearly. It felt less like an interview and more like a love letter spoken live to the world. The standing ovation. Toward the end of the interview, the host asked if Soo Kai wanted to share a message directly with his daughter, even though she was too young to understand. Soo Kai turned to the camera. His eyes, red from crying, locked into the lens as if he was speaking directly to the little girl who had changed his life. My precious one, if you ever see this one day, I want you to know. Your father may not be perfect, but he will spend every day trying to be. You are my light, my reason, my everything. The studio audience, unable to contain themselves, burst into applause. Some crew members were seen wiping away tears. The host herself was visibly shaken. It was no longer just an interview. It was history. Aftermath. The internet meltdown. Within hours, clips of Soo-kai breaking down went viral. Millions watched and rewatched the moment he whispered, "I didn't know I could love someone this much." Fans shared it across TikTok, Instagram, and Weibo with emotional captions like, "The purest love in the world," and "Soo-kai is all of us learning parenthood." Brands that Soo-kai endorsed rushed to repost, calling him not just a star but a role model. Parenting blogs hailed the interview as a breakthrough for male celebrities showing vulnerability. Even mainstream news outlets reported it, labeling the moment as the day Soo-kai showed his soul. A private glimpse. Later that evening, Tan Song-yoon herself posted a quiet response on Weibo. Just one photo. Soo-kai on the floor at home, cradling their baby in his arms, both of them asleep. Her caption was only 3 words. "Our safe place." Fans lost it. The image tied the day together. The raw confession on stage, the tears of a man discovering fatherhood, and the quiet intimacy of family life. It was the full circle. The legacy of the moment. This wasn't just about celebrity gossip anymore. Soo-kai had touched something universal. His vulnerability gave permission to millions of fathers around the world to admit their fears, to show their love openly, to cry without shame. He had broken the idol image in the most beautiful way. He had become human. And for fans, for Song-yoon, for his daughter, this moment would never be forgotten. The closing scene. As the interview ended, Soo-kai stood, bowed deeply to the audience, and whispered off-mic words that one sound technician later leaked. "Being a father is the best role I've ever had." And with that, Soo-kai walked off stage. Not as a superstar, not as a heartthrob, but as a man transformed by love. The unthinkable becomes reality. For months, fans could only imagine what it might look like. Soo-kai and Tan Song-yoon, walking the red carpet not as co-stars in a drama, not as secret lovers hiding glances, but as parents, introducing their baby to the world. The fantasy seemed too perfect. Celebrities protect their children fiercely, keeping them out of the public eye. But then came the shock announcement from both agencies. On this special evening, Soo-kai and Tan Song-yoon will appear at the annual Golden Magnolia Gala. For the first time, their family will walk together. Within minutes, social media went into meltdown. Fans booked flights to Shanghai just to be near the venue. Media outlets scrambled, doubling their coverage teams. The air buzzed with anticipation. This wasn't just another red carpet. This was history waiting to be written. The atmosphere. The night of the gala, the streets outside the grand venue looked like something out of a movie. Thousands of fans lined the barricades, holding glowing boards with Soo-kai and Tan Song-yoon's names. Paparazzi filled the sidewalks, cameras primed. The air shimmered with camera flashes and the hum of excited voices. Every star who walked the carpet before them was cheered, but everyone knew the real moment hadn't arrived yet. This wasn't about gowns, about awards, about film premieres. It was about one family. And then, the lights changed. Entrance. The announcer's voice boomed through the speakers. "Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Soo-kai and Tan Song-yoon." The carpet erupted. Fans screamed. Cameras clicked in rapid fire. First came Soo-kai, tall, striking, dressed in a sleek black tuxedo that gave him the aura of a prince. His face carried pride, but there was something gentler in his smile. The softness of a man stepping into fatherhood fully, publicly, without hesitation. By his side, Tan Song-yoon glowed. She wore a floor-length champagne gown, delicate embroidery shimmering under the lights. Her makeup was soft, radiant, almost ethereal. But it wasn't her dress that stole the show. It was the way she walked, holding the hand of the man she loved, with a warmth that made even the most cynical reporter smile. And then the world stopped. The baby, nestled in Sukai's arms, was the tiny figure everyone had been waiting for. Their daughter, dressed in a cream-colored baby dress with a small satin bow. Her chubby cheeks lit up under the flashes. She didn't cry. She didn't frown. She looked around with wide, curious eyes, as if she knew she was born to shine under the lights, just like her parents. The crowd gasped, and then chaos. Fans screamed louder than ever before. Reporters climbed over each other to get the perfect shot. Social media live streams shook as people tried to capture the moment. It wasn't just a family walking a carpet. It was the breaking of walls. Declaration. A dream turned real. Chaos. As Sukai adjusted the baby in his arms, the crowd surged. Security had to hold back fans who cried openly, shouting blessings and love. "She's beautiful," one fan yelled, her voice breaking. "We waited so long for this," another screamed. Meanwhile, photographers nearly blinded the trio with constant flashes. Staff begged for order, but the frenzy had already taken over. It was as if the entire entertainment industry had stopped breathing, focused only on this one family. Even other celebrities stood frozen, some with tears in their eyes, whispering to each other about how monumental this was. The emotional moment. Halfway down the carpet, the announcer paused the flow of stars, giving Sukai and Tan Songyun the spotlight. The host stepped forward, microphone in hand, asking the question on everyone's lips. "Sukai, Songyun, how does it feel to walk this carpet as a family?" Sukai's jaw tightened. He looked at his daughter, then at Songyun, then back at the sea of flashing cameras. His voice wavered. "It feels like the world is finally complete." The audience roared. Tan Songyun, standing beside him, placed her hand gently on his arm. She leaned into the microphone with a radiant smile. "We wanted to share this moment because our fans have been our family too. Tonight, it's not just our daughter's first public appearance. It's her first step into a world filled with love." The fans' tears. On live streams, comments poured in by the millions. "I'm crying. I never thought they'd share her with us like this." The way Sukai looks at his daughter. He's not an actor anymore. He's just a dad in love. Songyun is glowing like a goddess. This family is a fairy tale. The hashtags exploded. Hashtag Sukai Songyun family red carpet. Hashtag baby Kayun first appearance. Hashtag family goals forever. The heart-stopping gesture. As the cameras continued to flash, the baby giggled. Her very first giggle in public. The sound was small, but loud enough for the nearby microphones to catch. The crowd melted. Sukai, unable to stop himself, kissed her forehead softly. Tan Songyun, with tears in her eyes, leaned against him. The image froze in cameras around the world. The kiss of a father, the tears of a mother, the laughter of a child. That single shot would become the most shared photograph in Chinese entertainment history. Behind the curtain. Later that night, in the quiet of the dressing room, unseen by fans, Sukai was spotted cradling his daughter while humming softly. His tuxedo jacket draped over her as a blanket. Songyun filmed it briefly on her phone, whispering, "This is my whole world." The clip leaked hours later. Fans lost control all over again. The legacy of that night. This wasn't just a red carpet. It was a rewriting of celebrity culture. Sukai and Tan Songyun didn't just walk as stars. They walked as parents, as lovers, as a family unafraid to share their joy. It was a reminder that even in a world of flashing lights and scripted glamour, there can still be moments of truth, raw and unshakable. And for the fans, it wasn't just about seeing their idols. It was about witnessing love, life, and legacy in its purest form. And if this story touched you, subscribe and share it so we can keep his memory alive together.